That is oliveranthony on unexpected success and backlash.
The Joe Rogan experience.
And you're gonna have to deal with that soon, because I guarantee you, there's gonna be some people that are making some CGI.
Oh, there are. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
it's all detail.
I'm sure there are.
Yeah, I haven't kept up with a lot just because I'm doing anything social media related right now. Any internet presence I have right now is coming from me off the phone, just like before everything blew up. So I haven't invested the time to like look at everything circulating. But people like friends and family have sent me stuff, and some of it's pretty fun.
This is about the song
they've got all these different
Richmond,
AI
not Richmond.
remixes of the song with different voices and overlay different faces and all. And it's funny to see where it's gonna go. You know,
That is funny. Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with that. My daughter sent me some advertisement. She goes, "Did you do this advertisement?" I'm like, "Nope. Nope, that's not really my voice."
Yeah, like
it is
the
my
day
voice.
after the thing blew up, one of the
Really
towing companies
confusing.
had an ad on Facebook that had it wasn't really me, but it was a red beard and like the side profile with sunglasses looking out the window. I'm like, okay,
How dare
I guess
you.
I've made it anyway. That's when I realized like people are already ripping things off. And what's crazy is like every shirt that I've worn anywhere in public, there's a organization that I'm not like officially related to or in any way have done anything with, but it's a friend of a friend in the neighborhood. It's called Nets with Vets, and they take out veterans with PTSD and let them go deep sea fishing. And so he asked me last minute just to wear his shirt at one of the concerts. And do you know now there's like 1,500 listings online for counterfeit Nets with Vets shirts? And so the organization reached out like, hey, are you like making shirts and ripping us off? It's like it's not me. So it's a weird thing. But yeah, I've already experienced a lot of that
Might
stuff.
have
Not
no
so much on
idea.
the AI side, but just I don't know. The internet's just such a rowdy place, you know.
Oh, it's so rowdy. The world's a rowdy place.
It is. People bring
it's going
maybe
too
people
far.
bring their best and their worst on the internet. Like I've always tried to stay off social media as much as possible, but I've learned very quickly that like Twitter and Facebook and stuff like you see comments and feedback from people both overwhelmingly positive that maybe you wouldn't get in a personal conversation, but also like overwhelmingly negative too. You know, people just use that as a vent. They just take whatever seething hatred they have inside, and they're like, oh, I'm getting that guy with it. You know,
If you had a song just about love that resonated like that, it would be almost impossible to hate you. You have a song
It's true.
where you're talking about how people are fed up with shit, and it obviously resonated. I mean, I've seen songs go viral, but that's pretty banana, son. your shit went to the moon right away. And God, I'm not sure who sent it to me. I'll have to find out who sent it to me, because it's one of those things where like once one person sent it to me, then it was like dozens of people sent it to me.
It's funny because originally that song wasn't really even in my top 5. Like it's not normally the type of song I've written songs with similar messages, but as far as that sort of like I guess anthem format is what people are calling, it's like an anthem. Like that's not something I would normally write, but
But it's an unlikely anthem.
You got it anyway.
Times, it would be an unlikely anthem.
yeah, I had no idea that song would react the way it did. At least in my case, I think the one thing that's helped me too is
Mhm.
my singing isn't the best, but I've never had any like vocal lessons or anything. So the way I sing is just the way I sing. And so like I think even singing with her and other people, it's like it's maybe rough around the edges. It could be a little pitchy, or it's you're not using the right part of your face when you project and whatever. And so like on paper things aren't quite right, but I guess to another human, it's like it sounds right because it is what it is. You know,
It's authentic.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any right way to do anything. I mean, it's like you see it in everything. There's a person who violates the rules, and they're the best at it.
and then the rules almost morph into whatever that is. Like it's funny like with music. Yeah, music has. Country in particular, but music in general has gotten way too wrapped up in like this algorithm of how many beats per minute it needs to have and how many verses and how they need to be layered, and it's almost created this sort of like
the shape of
industry
you.
standard like
I
OSHA
absolutely
rule book
get
of how
that.
music needs to be performed. And so like you can only do that so many thousands of times before people are like, okay, what else is there? You know?
Well, people like that too. That's the thing. There's a lot of damn people. There's
Yeah.
a lot of people. The problem I think with a lot of people is they want you to like what they like. And if you don't like what they like, well, you like sucks. it's funny like that, man. We're so tribal. We are tribal with our cell phones. You know, we're an Android or PC. You know,
Oh, we're all
Android
about
people have to
brands,
stick
yeah.
together. It's like we're so weird.
Mhm.
We're so weird. But we're like that with our musical tastes. We're like that with our cultural sensitivities or our cultural sensibilities, rather. Like the way we feel about life and how life should be. We want everybody to kind of think along the ways that we think.
Mhm.
It's very strange. And when a person like yourself gets labeled a right-wing, left-wing fanatic, like right out of the gate.
both in like a week and a half, and yeah, at least I know I'm doing something right. Like to me,
Yeah, they'll for your
One must
Biden
live in
campaign
something.
contributions. Now they're going through your fucking taxes. The whole thing's so bonkers, man. Like, can't they just accept that you made a great song and people enjoy it?
Yeah.
Why does it? Why do people have to attack it?
well, I think it's just
Because
for
of the
whatever reason
lyrics.
I'm the subject matter the last couple of weeks, and you know, in everyone's defense, I probably haven't. I've waited for this opportunity, I guess, to really have a real conversation with somebody about whatever it is I am. So people are just trying to find who's this Oliveranthony guy, and what is he, and where does he work, and who did he vote for, and what's his family like, and yada, because they want to sort of build this image of whatever it is that the person behind the song represents, for better or for worse.
Right.
People who agree with it want to, you know, I don't know. It's really funny to watch on my end because obviously I know what's true and what's not, and so like just even what I've skimmed through of people sending me like like singing at the Super Bowl, like how many people have formed an opinion about whether or not I should be paid to sing at the Super Bowl. Like I'm not singing at the Super Bowl. That's just somebody made up. But you know, there's been hundreds of hours of people's time wasted probably talking about all these little like things that don't even exist. It's just somebody made them up and put them on the internet. And so I'm just letting them ride. I think it's great.
This actually stance on politics.
I just think it's great. Like at least the last couple weeks, I've been able to entertain everyone and get
Or
everyone
he's just a centrist.
like all the other horrible stuff that's going on in the world right now. Like at least everybody can have a good laugh, you know. So
Well, I mean, it's a subject of discussion. So like everybody is getting involved, and somehow or another it became cultural. And then there was Dwight from The Office.
oh yeah.
He chimed in that if he was going to write a cultural anthem, what did he say? Something like he wouldn't write about overweight people on welfare. He would write about billionaires and their taxes.
Yeah.
There's nothing funnier than millionaires talking shit about billionaires. There's nothing funnier about millionaires pretending these billionaires are out of touch.
Oh yeah.
And then, you know, take Dwight from The Office.
Yes, by the
You know,
millionaire.
take him through
Okay.
those coal mining countries. Take him through those places in Appalachia where people have extreme poverty
Yeah.
and pills have ravished those areas. Take him through there.
And it's everywhere. Yeah, the sad thing is it's everywhere now. It's not.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. People right off the get-go. I guess because it was Radio WV that posted the original video, but like I've never once advertised myself as being necessarily from the mountains. My grandfather grew up in western part of Virginia, in the mountains, but I'm from Farmville, which is technically Piedmont. But even throughout rural Virginia, that poverty is a big issue and drugs are a big issue. And I mean, it's not just even in the rural areas. You go into downtown Richmond or any downtown anywhere for that matter. It's like it's almost like these problems exist everywhere now. And I mean, obviously they are because that's why the song resonated the way it did. The problem for me was I knew that I needed to do this. Like I knew I needed to. I procrastinated with music a long time. I mean, I'm 31. I've been playing guitar and singing on and off since I was a kid. Like my grandma was in a band years ago, and so like I remember as a little kid, what got me interested in all of it was going, Dukes of Hazzard when I was a kid. I was like 5. And I used to sit with my grandma and we'd sit and watch Dukes of Hazzard and watch Waylon Jennings pick that guitar because I had no idea who Waylon Jennings was, but that just like I just fell in love with
Got
that.
this single.
So grew up listening to like the 70s country, and she loved all the old stuff like the 50s and 60s, and even in the 70s, even Janis and all that. So like she really introduced me a lot into music when I was a little kid, and so like I just kind of held on to it, but never pursued it the way I should. And then I'd play at a bonfire party or I'd play at whatever, it's a friend's house, and everybody's like, man, you got to do something with this. You don't want to waste this talent you've got and whatever. And that would almost make me feel even shittier because I'm like, oh man, I suck. Like I'm such a piece of crap for not doing something with this. And so yeah, like when I was outside of work, it's like I'd drink, I'd get just absolutely stoned, and I would just sit around and try to think about anything but what it was that I really needed to do.
So stoner.
And so it's kind of like funny, but that's ended up what kind of sparked me into like writing all these songs and doing all this stuff because it's like I don't know, just like with you probably with something what you do jiu-jitsu or whatever. It's like for me, songwriting it gets my head, like you said, getting your head clear, because that's all you can. And songwriting is interesting for different people, but now that I've been in it, I guess now that I've been in the industry for 2 weeks and I've talked to like
now that you've been in the industry and conquered it.
Now that I'm an industry expert, it's like some of the other musicians I've talked to, like the people I've looked up to over the years, they experience this too. But certain people, when you songwrite, it's a very it's dramatic. Like
do you write all your own songs?
Yeah, but it's
have you been accused of not writing your own
Yeah,
songs?
one of
very
them.
early on, yeah, because since my state, I
That's
guess
quite
it's not even my
impressive.
stage name. It's Oliveranthony Music, and so it's supposed to represent music from Oliveranthony Music is my grandfather, so he grew up in the 30s in the mountains and used to tell all these wild stories about how life was back then. But the music's just sort of a characterization of like that period in time and those people, and that's so yeah. When
So your real name is not Oliver?
yeah, Christopher Anthony Lunsford is my real legal name, and so that's what's on like if you look up the
Why did you
songwriting.
decide to sing as Oliver Anthony? Just in
Well, like I said, I just had the YouTube channel listed as Oliver Anthony Music, just because like that's sort of the demeanor,
Sorry, what's more?
like I said, the character I was
to the
like
net.
that older Virginia style music.
Because it's
Like,
audio just there on YouTube.
if you go on YouTube and you look up that type of music from back in like those old recordings of people, like that's what I just love that type of stuff.
do you think you're gonna keep that name?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people still call me Chris, and I posted on social media, call me. I've been called a lot worse than either of those things, but yeah, it'll say Oliver Anthony Music, indefinitely. Yeah, it's a special name. It's a special name to me, not only because it's my grandfather's name, but it's sort of like to me, it reminds me of how
And a tribute.
how different things were back then. But he was born Oliver Anthony, but everybody called him Anthony growing up, and so like he always thought his name was Anthony Oliver, and last name Ingle, and so like it wasn't until he was in his 60s and going to retire he realized that his name didn't match his birth certificate, so he had to actually change his legal name when he was in his 60s. But it's
He
because
thought
back
his
then,
name was Anthony Oliver?
yeah, and so
his whole life?
but his legal name was, and so yeah, and his parents named him. So it's just like, but all the paperwork back then was so scattered up because a lot of people were illiterate, and of course documents weren't tracked as well as they are now, and so it's like there's people in the family that have a different spelling and it's the same last name but a few letters are different stuff. It's just kind of cool, like, but he just thought that was crazy. He had to change his name when he was 65 so he could draw his retirement now because his social security and everything was under a totally different name. But
That's
so
crazy.
it's just special to me. He's like the only other one in the family like me. Most of our family's like
that's
average
cool.
height, 6 feet and under, but he and I were both 6'6", redheaded, left-handed. Like I don't know, in a lot of ways I thought it was special to kind of respect him. He passed away in 2019, and that's kind of when I guess that's when I first kind of adapted the name for the music. I didn't really get serious with anything until probably
2 weeks ago.
yeah, until a couple weeks ago. Probably until I think I uploaded the first original like when I decided I was in it to win it and I really wanted to make this thing happen. It was probably May of last year when I uploaded Ain't Got a Dollar. Or it might have been Richmond's Goal was the first one I uploaded on YouTube. But that's when I decided like, all right, I'm doing this thing. But yeah,
So you were just smoking too much weed, drinking too much, and just
And you
procrastinating.
could make more money
Yeah,
if you listen to
yeah, so that,
conservative
and,
bands.
like anxiety is definitely something that's underestimated.
Good for him.
I used to not laugh about, but I used to just not really understand when people talk about mental health and anxiety because everyone gets stressed out over stuff, and so you think of anxiety as being just like this normal phenomenon everyone deals with. But your mind can really put you in a dark place to where that thing it just holds on to you like and it just makes it very difficult for you to do anything. So yeah, I spent at least 2 years of my life almost constantly just having what felt like just a knot right here, just wrenching at me.
Well, it's especially true for people that are pursuing a non-traditional life, that doesn't have any guarantees. It's a wild life to try to be an entertainer, like to choose to try to make it in this wild world of people that are singing and making songs, and you want people to pay attention to you. Like, do you know how many fucking people are singing? How many people can sing? How many people are recording things? And now with YouTube and the like, how many people are putting stuff up on the internet for other people to enjoy? It's a lot.
Well,
I get that you're gonna stand out. So
It's
you're
1 in a
filled with
million
anxiety just
chance.
because of that, because
Yes,
this future's
very good.
uncertain.
Yeah, I think for me a lot of the anxiety came from me just feeling like I was running out of time.
Yeah, that was ending there.